Hey there, folks. Welcome back to Let's Play WWE 2K Showcase One More Match. I'm the Mysterious JG, and I apologize. I got so excited about talking about The Undertaker's dark powers and how he uses them to scare Randy Orton that we didn't really get very far into the second match of the 2K Showcase. But I pretty much blew my Orton load, so to speak, talking about all the weird shit The Undertaker's done to him over the years. There's plenty of more great... Randy Orton, when I was watching wrestling regularly and writing for a wrestling webpage, I remember that Orton was one of the guys I was always giving him a hard time. He's just not as good at promos as he is in the ring. And he's not the very, very bestest guy ever in the ring, but he's one of the best of the WWE style. Like, if you love watching Japanese wrestling or Ring of Honor or whatever, and you want to see more high-flying, high spots, Randy Orton's not really your guy. But he's just solid overall, and... But his promos, especially years ago, he's gotten a lot better, but he would always repeat himself like 3 times trying to remember his lines and stuff. And the shows were often live. It really wasn't good. I always gave him a lot of crap. But man, I'm just now thinking all these great Randy Orton memories. I've got great Christian memories too, but for some reason Randy Orton memories are now flooding into my mind. The time that he and Batista Irish whipped Goldust into a bunch of electrical equipment, which caused Goldust to become an electrotard. I mean, who else but Randy Orton could give Goldust a fake version of Tourette's? Whatever, let's get back to the match. At this point, Christian has yet to hit a move, so I screwed that up immediately. But man, it was a pretty realistic recreation of a Christian Randy Orton feud there, when Christian could get no offense, even though he's supposed to be the good guy.
King, General Manager Theodore Long made the decision, and if you look at the history of our business, many champions have defended their
crowns less than
24 hours from the time of victory. He almost took his head off with that lariat.
And I guess the commentators are now talking about how it's not fair that Christian has to defend his title so soon, but...
You know, Cole, Christian's body still has to be in awful pain from Sunday's ladder match, and this is certainly not helping.
And you know the Christian is the one who's going to lose this match, because player 1 is playing as Randy Orton, and even if he loses, it's just going to be, you have to continue. It's not like Christian gets to win.
He's going to have to find a way to ignore that pain and defeat Randy Orton.
Randy Orton's been so impressive, so intense, and so focused in his attack on the champion.
Yeah, the Viper's
Orton
so
stomp,
smart.
I think, coming
and
up here.
Attacks, he's so methodical when he's beating down an opponent.
The onslaught from Randy Orton at this.
See, I don't know what part of the body this is going to damage. The whole point of it is that he stomps the guy in all these different places.
What a maneuver! Randy Orton is looking to reestablish his dominance on SmackDown, becoming world champion. Would do that and then some.
Yeah, when Randy Orton was on SmackDown in the mid-2000s, he was one of the brand's top stars. But Christian is not going to make this a warm welcome party for the Viper.
The Viper looks like he's...
I guess Orton's new to SmackDown at this point.
In 2006, but now as the World Heavyweight Champion.
Damn it!
Nobody forgets what Randy Orton accomplished when he was on SmackDown back then. But this is a different time, Michael, and a different world champion. This is not going to be easy for Randy Orton.
I'm suddenly unable to do anything. I had a pretty good start off the gates here, but suddenly I can do nothing.
Look at this. It looks like Christian's starting to feel it here.
The world champion taking it to one of the newest editions of SmackDown.
Yeah, the Viper hasn't competed here in 5 years.
Don't want anyone to, yeah, I don't want to sound like...
Way to start out.
There's a certain much more famous YouTuber that I won't name, but I got linked to a video of him playing Street Fighter, Super Street Fighter online, and he goes from like making fun of the guy he's playing in the first round to losing like a double perfect in rounds 2 and 3, at which point he starts talking about how cheap the guy is, and I don't know. It's like, yeah, no, I started off really good and now I'm sucking. It's my fault. Okay, now he's critically damaged. Now RKO.
Yeah, both of these guys are resourceful and have been proven entities in this company. Oh man, this has to
Video game doesn't quite replicate it, but at least it tries to show you how insane the RKO windup is. That was it, huh? Yeah, probably should have finished that match in the last video then. So as you can expect, the fans hated this. Orton, who'd already, Orton had been the youngest World Heavyweight Champion ever. He'd already gotten, the top title at this point. He wasn't being elevated here, really. But Christian, after spending his whole career working his way up, and then winning on this big pay-per-view main event, drops it less than a week later to this guy who was already a made man.
17-year journey.
So yeah.
To become world heavyweight champion.
And now his reign is cut short just 5 days after becoming champion.
Yeah. So people weren't happy. And I would imagine at the time I would be one of those who's like saying, yeah, but now they're gonna build Christian up in his chase to get his title back.
Teddy Long do this to Christian? Why did Teddy Long put Christian in this match with the Viper? Just 5 days after winning the title, he had to know that Christian was not 100%.
After that grueling
I guess Randy Orton, or I guess Teddy Long was turning heel at this point. I don't know. You know what happened?
He preyed on an obviously less than 100% Christian.
You know what happened?
I mean, it was a fantastic
Christian
match.
should have had Edge drive out in a truck and honk a horn at some point during this match. That would have given him the edge he needed.
This young man is devastated. You can't help but feel bad. I think he's actually teared up here, and I don't blame him.
I mean, what a week it's been. The highest of highs, winning the championship, and now tonight, the lowest of
We're gonna get some promo here, or is this just
Think about it.
gonna peter out?
17 years to become world champion, and
Christian's
in a
like, fuck this, I'm going
moment,
back
it's
to
taken all
TNA.
away.
Work
That has
once
got
a
to be
month,
the worst feeling in the world.
short commute from
Leaving
my
the
home.
ring without your world championship, taking that, what in Christian mind has to be a walk of shame back to the locker room, empty-handed.
Just a horrible, horrible moment for that man.
Boy, oh boy, I really, really feel bad for Christian.
We're really dwelling on this. This DLC called One Last Match because they decided not to go with the alternate title, Christian's a Loser. Christian comes out the following week on SmackDown and congratulates Randy Orton. Christian tells him that he looks forward to getting his rematch against Randy Orton at Over the Limit. Sheamus and Mark Henry come out to tell Christian that he doesn't deserve another title shot after losing it so quickly. I guess Sheamus was a heel at this point. Mark Henry and Sheamus attack Christian. Randy Orton comes in and helps fight off the title. Okay, so I guess Randy Orton's a good guy. Even though he looks like a sadistic freak when he lines up the RKO. The tag match is set up for later that night. Christian and the World Heavyweight Champion Randy Orton versus Mark Henry and Sheamus. Well, that's some classic SmackDown booking right there. Man, I miss the days when SmackDown was good. Yeah, part of it's just missing the website I used to write for. It was a lot of fun. But at the time, that was during a period when I wrote for this website that Raw and SmackDown were like separate brands and separate storylines. You actually could kind of follow one and not the other closely. Those days are long gone. Tag match time. Don't know how much freedom I'll have here. Probably I'll have to play as one guy or the other for the most part to get the objectives to work. And they may even do that deal where the computer controls my partner, which would suck.
Making his way to the ring from Toronto, Canada, weighing in at 227 pounds, Christian.
You would think that Christian and Randy Orton would have a remixed team theme music like Rated RKO used to have.
Just 1 week ago, we're going to find out tonight.
Yeah, I don't think we can predict what Christian.
They could be like Rated CKO or something.
See what he's thinking when the bell rings. That's for sure.
For the Peeps, by the Peeps? Alright, now the Peeps is this nickname for his fans. And it's just like he has the Peep Show, and he used to talk about his fan peepulation and all these little cutesy catchphrases with the word peep. And the Peep Show was his interview segment that he had for a while. But for the Peeps, by the Peeps, I don't get, because it implies that Christian was created by his own fans. That's what I do. That fan with the Mark Henry sign. Still there. Mark Henry's DLC is over, guys. We finished it. This DLC already, like, 2 matches in, already has more variety because we got to play as Christian and Randy Orton. The Halls of Pain DLC is just a nightmare of non-stop Mark Henry. And I had at least one person point it out in the comments. Probably by the time this gets posted, others will have pointed it out. Hall of Pain will not be the last 2K showcase. There's only one more to come. So it's just barely, you barely save money by buying the season pass over buying the DLC separately. But there is an Ultimate Warrior DLC coming out, and that one's going to be, I'm pretty excited about that because it's going to have a lot of old school people in it.
And his partner from St. Louis, Missouri, weighing in at 245 pounds, he is the World Heavyweight Champion, Randy Orton.
As much as I like Randy Orton getting interviewed by possessed Josh Matthews, I'm really looking forward to clotheslining the clotheslining the Honky Tonk Man like a million times, or just once. Biggest problem with the Way of the Warrior, Path of the Warrior DLC is that the Ultimate Warriors matches, just because of how the game works, probably will last more than 30 seconds each. Not much of a DLC if you just come out, hit one running clothesline, and pin the Honky Tonk Man. Somebody else something about Randy. The DLC, you paid $8 to have one sound of somebody yelling that added to your game. He hears voices in his head, folks, so the song works better for him as a heel than it does as a babyface, but... And of course he had his old theme music, the Hey Nothing You Can Say, whatever the lyrics were. It's another one where I was writing for the web. I had my own goofy alternate lyrics for it that involved Liu Bei. I will stand here with the title like a melodramatic. Oh, here's the theme music we haven't heard in a while.
Making his way to the ring from Sills Beach, Texas, weighing in at 418 pounds, the world's strongest man,
Eat it up. Mark Henry. Eat it up. This is a new Mark Henry. The world's strongest man has changed everything about himself. It's
Big,
all
angry
about
black
him
man.
now.
Absolutely. For Mark Henry, this is a phenomenal opportunity to establish himself as a top contender for the coveted World Heavyweight Championship.
He's a nightmare dream. Weak fear me, yeah. You know, after playing his DLC, there'll be some catharsis in actually getting to beat Mark Henry down. I hope nobody thinks I've got an issue with Mark Henry for any, untoward reason. I mean, yeah, he's just big and boring. I've got the same issue with, like, A-Train and Big Show. Here's my guy right here, though.
and his partner from Dublin, Ireland, weighing in at 272 pounds, Sheamus.
I think I have more melanin than Sheamus does, but not by a lot. And it's genetic, folks. It's not just because I like to hang around indoors playing LPing.
But we're going to see if Sheamus and Mark Henry can gel as a tag team and not let personal goals get in the way.
Of course, personal goals. Sheamus, being an Irishman, cares more about football, and by which I mean soccer, than Mark Henry does. So personal goals might be a big deal for him. Yeah, I don't know why, but I get fixated on that goofy décolletage neck jewelry he's got going. Alright, so what's our goals here? Critically damaged Sheamus. Doesn't look like I have to choose one guy or the other. Starting out with Christian, which is a nice change of pace. We got the Bro Kick, the High Cross. I don't even remember what that is. White Noise, and the Irish Curse, which is a backbreaker. And yeah, we are all too familiar with this guy's moves.
Competition is not something that can be learned overnight, and that is a statement that pertains to both of these teams.
Yeah, Cole, I've been part of many successful tag teams, and you have to be able to know what your partner is actually thinking and doing at all times.
Well, like us,
Damn it, Mark Henry, you're not that good. You shouldn't know that I was coming to counter me like that.
They've primarily been singles competitors.
Well, Christian is got a history as a great tag wrestler, I suppose, but I mean, with Edge, I don't know that he had great tag teams with anyone else. That was a weird counter.
He was able to reverse
Hey, I finished installing something which you weren't meant to see.
Did it pay off or what?
It's free, folks. Don't read too much into the fact that I got that game. It was free.
Oh boy, Sheamus is dazed here.
Sheamus on the receiving end to start things off here. You can bet he's looking to turn things around and fast.
Yeah, I know we have a lot of...
Yeah, no, I meant no, too fast. Yeah, I imagine his plan is to turn things around. I'm hoping that he won't be able to do that.
Really trust Christian in this tag match? You know, we've seen unlikely pairs, but these two have become bitter rivals.
I don't think the Viper completely trusts anyone, but we'll see if the mutual respect he and Christian seem to have for one another is enough.
You know, even if the Viper is part of a Final Fantasy I enemy party with enemies like Asp and Snake, he doesn't even trust them.
And Sheamus reverses it.
What a reversal.
By Sheamus? No. Hey, I was grappling. I didn't just run towards him and then decide to hang out.
From his world title loss, but Captain Charisma needs to regroup. This is not the way any team wants to start a match.
I have to say, I'm a bit.
Hey, I was doing okay for a minute.
Christian's normally effective against opponents of all shapes and sizes.
But right now, he sucks. That what you're telling me, game?
Tremendous viciousness. That'll earn you some frequent flyer miles.
Flying forearm. Oh, Mark Henry might not know where he is now.
Randy, why did you get off the apron right there? I was trying to tag you in.
No, I remember Mark Henry competing in tag matches during his days as a member of the Nation of Domination. But both of these guys focused on singles.
He sucked then, he sucks now. But
the Nation of Domination was in the Attitude Era. He's primarily been in singles action ever since.
Well, and Sheamus is not the type that I'd describe as plays well with others either. Hey, this is a bit of a surprise. Mark Henry's already weakened. I wonder how long this will last.
The world's strongest man is on his heels, but it's going to take a
Jerry the King Lawler knows he's already weakened. Yeah, I'm able to detect his stem. He suffered such and such percentage stem name.
We're just making him mad.
Once Sheamus gets on this roll, King, he's so tough to stop, but he's not been able to get out of the blocks at all in this match.
Sheamus might be wondering what hit him and how many times.
The Celtic Warrior's been looking to make a name for himself on SmackDown. He needs to show some signs of life here before it's too late.
He appears to be dead right now.
To work together for the same success. When Mark Henry and
I gotta stop letting Sheamus tag out.
Individual agendas get in the way. This could implode at any time.
Yeah, think of what being the superstar that pinned Randy Orton in this match could do for that man's career.
Not a whole lot. It's just a freaking SmackDown tag match.
It will be interesting.
Oh, well, okay, I got an RKO Sheamus, so that's good.
Known as singles competitors. You know, Cole, this is surreal. Sheamus is just getting manhandled.
The Celtic Warrior's in serious trouble. He's just been beaten down, and I don't think that was expected.
Yeah, you can tell by looking at Sheamus that this has been a brutal battle.
Mark Henry can take just as good of a beating as he can give, but he's on the short end of this thing.
Yeah, okay, so this is the goofy. Yeah, this one used to be a much bigger deal to set up, but now it's like you get to do that, and it's cool. No point in RKOing him, though, so let's just try to soften him up until he wants to tag out.
Trying to get something going for his partner.
Oh, look at the emotion.
Look at the spastic poses.
Oh, man. Mark Henry's reeling. He might be down for the count.
Normally, we see Mark Henry making sure an opponent remains battered throughout a match, not the other way around.
Yeah, Mark Henry's over 400 pounds. This is a super heavyweight type offense we're seeing. Some would consider taking the world's strongest man off his feet as a victory in itself.
I went for the RKO. The counter right to the midsection.
So, wait, we just won. I mean, the little, like, unlocks mean we just won.
Uh-oh.
Hey, look at this.
Oh, my gosh.
Christian from behind.
Are you kidding me?
Mark Henry is missing somehow. Yeah, that's a classic tag team. Both good guys hit their finishers at the same time on the bad guys. That's good old-fashioned SmackDown booking. I like it, but it's a bit of a giveaway when they start telling me the unlocks as it looks like I'm being countered and I'm in trouble. Randy Orton waffles Christian with the belt as punishment for the fact that Christian's music is playing. And a guy holds up a "That's What I Do" sign as Mark Henry just got RKO'd.
Wait a minute, are you kidding me?
And the one more match sign's a little premature. Is he going to pull him in for the RKO? I honestly don't know. I wasn't watching at the time. Okay. Looks like it's going to be clean, everybody's happy babyface moment. On the May 13th episode of SmackDown, Orton saves Christian for an attack by Mark Henry and Sheamus. Then everyone gives everyone finishers. Here's more glorious shots of Randy Orton's crotch, as seen in the previous showcase move. Everyone is dramatically frozen in time. Later in the night, Christian returns the favor, but things get heated between the two. Ultimately, they end up shaking hands, going into Over the Limit. They are good friends, better enemies, or something like that. I hope we get a chance to hit the X button before starting the next match. Excellent, that means I can end the video. That was my hope, my fondest hope. So the question becomes, who will we be playing as in the next video? Because that person will win. I guess this video is a little shorter than the last one, but, you know, folks, you can never tell with these things. But I like to split the video when I get a chance. When we come back, we'll be seeing Randy Orton versus Christian. Go figure. I'm the Mysterious JG. Thank you guys very much for watching, and hope you'll join me next time for more of the 2K Showcase One More Match. Bye-bye.